My precious son, take a moment and quiet your heart before me. I am the Lord your God, the one who formed you in your mother's womb, who called you by name, and who holds you in the palm of my hand. From everlasting to everlasting, I am God. My power knows no limits, my wisdom is infinite, and my love for you is steadfast and unshakable. There is nothing too hard for me, and there is no plan of mine that can be thwarted. I see the weight you carry, the way you strive and push to make things happen. But, my beloved, hear this truth: I do not need your help. I am the creator of all things, the one who spoke the universe into existence. The heavens declare my glory, and the earth shows the work of my hands. I do not grow tired, and I do not require assistance to bring my purposes to pass. My plans are eternal, and they will stand. What I have spoken, I will accomplish. You may feel a responsibility to control, to intervene, or to ensure that everything falls into place. But my child, your role is not to take on what belongs to me. I call you to trust me, to obey my voice, and to surrender your striving. You are not the author of the story, I am. I hold the pen, and I am writing a masterpiece, even when the page looks blank or the lines seem unclear to you. Consider my servant Noah. I gave him the task of building an ark, but it was I who brought the flood, I who shut the door, and I who preserved his family. Noah's obedience mattered, but the outcome was fully in my hands. Consider David, whom I anointed as king while he was still a shepherd boy. It was not by his own effort that he defeated Goliath or ascended the throne. It was my power at work, accomplishing my will in my time. Do you remember the story of Gideon? With just 300 men, I delivered Israel from the hand of Midian. Why? So that my people would know it was not their strength but my hand that brought the victory. My son, your strength is not what I require, it is your surrender. I work best when you lay down your efforts and let me take the lead. My grace is sufficient, and my power is made perfect in your weakness. Even when things seem delayed or impossible, know that I am always at work. My timing is perfect, and my plans are never late. What looks like a delay to you is my preparation. What seems like silence is often me working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see. Trust me, for I see the end from the beginning, and I know what is best for you. Do not be like Sarah, who doubted my promise and tried to fulfill it in her own way, causing unnecessary pain. Instead, wait on me, for I am faithful to my word. Remember my promise to Abraham, I fulfilled it at the appointed time, not because of his effort, but because of my covenant. Trust in my promises, for they are unchanging and unfailing. When you feel overwhelmed, remember that I have not asked you to carry what I already bear. Cast your cares upon me, for I care for you. My shoulders are broad enough for every burden, my arms strong enough for every weight. You were never meant to carry the load alone. I am your refuge and strength, your ever-present help in trouble. Be still, my son, and know that I am God. In quietness and trust, you will find your strength. Cease your striving and let me work. The battle is not yours, it is mine. I am the one who fights for you, who opens doors no man can shut, and who makes a way where there seems to be no way. When I called my disciples, I did not ask them to provide for the multitudes. I asked them to bring what they had, and I multiplied it. I do not ask you to bring perfection, answers, or strength. I ask you to bring your heart, your trust, and your willingness. I will do the rest. I am the God who takes what is small and makes it great, who turns ashes into beauty, and who brings life from death. Let my peace guard your heart and mind. My peace is not dependent on circumstances but on my presence. I am with you, my son, and I will never leave you nor forsake you. Rest in me, and let my spirit guide you. Do not rush ahead or lag behind, walk with me and allow me to lead. My son, remember this, I do not need your help, but I delight in your trust. I do not require your strength, but I rejoice in your surrender. I am your Father, your provider, and your Redeemer. Trust in me with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. Acknowledge me in all your ways, and I will make your paths straight. I love you with a love that cannot be measured. My plans for you are good, and my purposes for you will stand. Release your striving, rest in my promises, and watch as I do what only I can do. I am the Lord, and I will not fail you. My beloved son, take a moment to let my words settle deep within your heart. I am the Lord your God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the one who holds the stars in place and calls them by name. Before you took your first breath, I knew you. I fashioned you in love, set you apart, and called you my own. There is no detail of your life that is hidden from me, no burden you bear that I do not see, and no longing of your heart that escapes my notice. You strive, my son, often out of a desire to do good, to fix what is broken, and to bring about the change you hope for. Yet I tell you this truth, I do not need your help. I am the sovereign Lord, the Alpha and the Omega, the one who holds all things together. My plans are perfect, and my purposes stand firm forever. What I have spoken will come to pass, and what I have purposed cannot be undone. Your efforts, though well-intentioned, cannot add to or take away from the fullness of what I have already ordained. Do you see, my child, how much I desire for you to trust me completely? Trust is what I ask of you, not striving. I am the one who makes a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. I parted the Red Sea and led my people on dry ground. Did they need to help me part the waters? No. I, the Lord, accomplished it by my power. And in the same way, I will accomplish my will in your life. What seems impossible to you is nothing for me. Rest in this truth, I am God, and I am enough. Remember Abraham, to whom I promised descendants as numerous as the stars. He faltered and tried to bring my promise to fruition through his own plans, yet my purpose still prevailed. I gave him Isaac, the child of the promise, in my time and by my hand. My son, do not be like Abraham in his impatience. Be like him in his faith. Trust in my promises, for I am faithful to fulfill them. What I begin, I bring to completion. I am not slow to act as you might think, my timing is always perfect, even when it feels delayed to you. Look also to my servant Moses. I called him to lead my people out of Egypt, but it was not by his strength or wisdom that the plagues came or the sea parted. I did those things because I am God. Moses was simply my instrument. He trusted and obeyed, and I did the work. That is what I ask of you, trust and obedience. It is not for you to force the outcome or to carry the burden of making my plan succeed. That is my work, and I delight in doing it. Consider the birds of the air and the lilies of the field. They neither toil nor spin, yet I care for them with abundant provision. Are you not worth much more to me than they are? Then why do you worry and strive? Do not carry the weight of tomorrow on your shoulders, for I am already there. Trust in me, and I will provide for your every need. Be still, my son, and know that I am God. Let my peace guard your heart and mind. When you are still, you create space to hear my voice, to feel my presence, and to see my hand at work. Do not let the noise of the world or the chaos of your own thoughts drown out my truth. I am your refuge and strength, your ever-present help in times of trouble. Come to me with your burdens and find rest for your soul. When you face challenges, remember that I am the one who fights for you. The battle is not yours, it is mine. You are not called to wield the sword but to stand firm in faith. Put on the armor I have given you, and let me lead you to victory. I am the Lord of hosts, the commander of heavenly armies, and I go before you to make the crooked path straight. Do not lean on your own understanding, my child, for your perspective is limited. Trust in me, for I see the whole picture. I am the one who weaves all things together for good for those who love me and are called according to my purpose. Even when things seem unclear, confusing, or overwhelming, know that I am at work behind the scenes. My plans are being fulfilled even in the silence, even in the waiting. Let go of the need to control. Control is an illusion, for all things rest in my hands. When you surrender to me, you will find freedom. When you let go of striving, you will discover my strength. My power is made perfect in weakness, and my grace is sufficient for you. Do not despise your limitations, for they remind you to depend on me. In your weakness, my glory is revealed. Do you remember the feeding of the 5,000? The disciples only had 5 loaves and 2 fish, yet I multiplied it to meet every need. I do not require abundance, I work miracles with what is small. Bring me what you have, your faith, your obedience, your trust, and watch what I will do. I delight in showing my power through what the world deems insignificant. I am the God of miracles, the God who raises the dead and calls into being things that are not. Trust in my ability, my timing, and my heart for you. I am a good Father, and I withhold no good thing from those who walk uprightly. Trust in my goodness, even when you cannot see the outcome. Walk by faith, not by sight.